This horror story takes place in the 80s in a small, secluded town in South Africa. As of the time, I was the only child of my parents who were farmers. Being the only child, I was spoiled rotten and would always cause trouble for my parents. My mother would always protect me from my angry father whenever I had done something wrong and he wanted to beat me. At the age of 12, I began smoking and would spy on my mother whenever she was bathing. One time, I was caught by my father and was beaten, to the point I couldn't stand up from my bed for a year. But this didn't help matters at all, but instead lit up a deep hatred in my heart towards my parents. When I finally recovered after a year, I began plotting to kill my father so I could have my mother to myself. I went to the market and bought a bottle of rat poison to put in his food, in order to not be suspected of his sudden death. I decided to put on an act. I pretended to have changed to gain everyone's admiration and trust. For a month, I would follow my parents to the farm to work with them, and I stopped spying on my mother whenever she was bathing. I would always listen and do whatever they asked of me. My parents became very happy, thinking I had changed for good. My father also believed that the beating from a year ago had changed me, not knowing I had other plans in mind. It wasn't easy to pretend like I had changed, but I had to keep up the act so as not to be suspected when he dies. One night, my father called me to his room and asked me to sit down, that there was something he needed to tell me. Immediately, I sat down. He began telling me about a tragic story that happened to his friend a long time ago when he was still a very young boy. According to my father, he once had a friend who people addressed as Lubanzi, the wind drummer. Lubanzi was no ordinary drummer. His rhythms were said to make the trees dance and rain fall. According to my